Hello! Found a quick spot outside a tattoo shop. Natalie is currently getting tattooed, so finishing up my vlog. Just want to send a quick message before I post the vlog footage. Please sign up for the Athletes Performance Toolkit. It's a free email series with information every single week to help make you a better athlete. Us at The Strength Athlete have worked really hard on making this something that is really going to be impactful for you with minimal amount of pestering, just some information and something to do with it. Please check it out. It's free, no commitment, no pestering, lots of good information. Thanks.
Okay, so a pretty productive week of training. This week is a deload. And the way that Eric, my coach, has been doing deloads is perhaps a little bit different. For us, at least lately, the deloads have been a decrease in volume. So going down from 3 sets oftentimes and maybe dropping off a few reps, but preserving intensity at least on the main lifts. So things like deadlifts, my bench press, my squat have actually gone up from last week, even though this is a deload. So deload is kind of a mixed word there, considering that I was actually hitting weights heavier than before. So those deadlift sets of 4 at 620, those were great. Even these chest presses here are at 3 plates per side, and that's kind of a PR for me. So yeah, that's a little bit of the structure change. Despite training Monday through Friday, I'm really not carrying a whole lot of fatigue because of the decreased volume, even as the intensity was going up. So it's Saturday, and I've still got another day of rest before Monday rolls around. So I'm just excited and prepared for the next 4 weeks. Speaking of, I have my next mesocycle, and I fully expected sumo block pulls to kind of be subbed out for competition pulls, considering we're getting a little closer to nationals. But we're on a roll, we're moving our way forward, and as a result, we're keeping them in. So I feel like the high rep deadlifts have been not only fun, but a good method of progressing. I'm doing stuff close to my all-time bests used to be for reps there, and so it's really nice to kind of push that forward. And I've really been trying to push the accessories forward as well. To be totally fair with myself, I think I can do a little better job of pushing the lower body accessories. These guys, I just feel like, even though it feels difficult, looking at the load externally and looking at my performance, I feel like I can do better. So I'm going to try to do better, and I think I can. So that's a big thing. The other thing I want to talk about is buffering losses. So last week I ended up with a pretty poor performance, poor for my own expectations when it came to the sumo block pulls. I worked my way up to like 805 or something like that for a single, and couldn't even complete it. And I was supposed to do some doubles. And like in hindsight, it's very easy to say, oh, well, there's just variability in performance, and you know, you can just kind of shrug it off and just be okay and use data and just have a more objective eye. In the moment, those kind of things feel harder to explain to yourself and to just be objective. And it's okay to just feel shitty for a minute and just say, damn it, I really expected better for myself. It wasn't there. I feel sad about that. Like, I think we kind of have to strike this balance between being objective coaches capable of making decisions, being mature athletes, and then just sometimes saying, well, damn it, this sucks. I wanted better for myself. So yeah, there's a balance. And as long as I think you know when to use each of those, and you let yourself feel, you don't just bottle things up so that you never experience them. You give yourself time to experience loss. You'll be in great shape. What else can you do? You can reframe losses in a new light, or give yourself new perspective. Reframing is a common technique in sports psychology that helps people get through many difficult moments, just by finding a way to turn something that may appear negative on its surface into something that actually is positive on the whole. And coupling that with avoiding catastrophizing or thinking the worst of a situation or a specific behavior or action where catastrophizing isn't really warranted. So speaking of some good things, here is sets of 11 on pull-ups, which I haven't really been able to do in a long time, especially at my current body weight. I remember doing some sets of 12 back when I was like 180 pounds. We're well past this now. So coming to block pulls for the week, I really didn't have a whole lot of expectations because of how mixed last week went. So this week, able to do much better. Worked my way up to a single that I've never touched before. I PR'd this cheater movement, and I worked up to a single at 860, which is crazy to me. Given that I've got block pulls in for another 4 weeks, we'll see what I can do. But it's just been fun. More than anything, I just feel momentum, and I feel confidence increasing. And I think as long as I get some practice closer to competition and just make sure that my grip can hold it, I'm in for a PR deadlift. It looks like the writing is on the wall at least, so I kind of want to just push myself in that direction. There's 860. So new training. The next 4 weeks look remarkably similar to what I just completed. Loads go up by 2.5 to 5 kilos, and I'm going to try to get in a few accessories that I missed this time around. There's a movement that's really damn difficult. I'll show you guys next week. It's called what's it called? It's like a single leg pistol squat on a box. And it's just really hard for me, and I was just avoiding it because it was uncomfortable and weird. But I think it really may help prevent injuries and maybe even a little hypertrophy as well going forward. So that's going to do it. Well, actually, no, it's not. I still have another day of training to talk about. Barbell Medicine came out, and they're doing a seminar at Elevate Barbell. So I think 4 or 5 coaches came out, and they're talking with anywhere from 30 to 35 people at Elevate. So that was one of the reasons that we had to get in all of our training Monday through Friday, so we get the weekend off. Worked up to 2 doubles on squats. This here is the last warm-up before my first double. Squats felt good, powerful, controlled, stable in the hole. And I'm really trying to think less about technique and more just about effort and pure execution. So these look a lot faster than they felt. Not that they felt terribly slow, but yeah, I mean, I think in general things just look faster than they feel. So based on that 270, we went up to 280. 280 here felt really confident, actually. I'm happy with how these moved, especially considering we haven't been doing a whole lot of heavy work lately. By the way, that statement I just made is an example of a type of reframing. Reframing something in light of different circumstances. And here is my first close grip work above 400 pounds, which I think is another pretty cool milestone. So that's been nice as well. And an example of the type of deal that we're doing, the sets on here are all just like 2 sets. So even though the load is going up, it's really not much work at all. So hopefully you guys can get a little flavor of what's been going on for me here. Natalie is currently, as I'm recording this, getting tattooed with something new. So I'm excited to see the finished product. And I will see you guys all next week.